Super Mario 3 is one of those games that's a little hard to talk about because, flat point, it's one of those games that if you play it, you understand that it truly is one of the greatest platformers and Nintendo games of all time. But then you stop and think and you're like, why? Why is it? Because it really just feels like such an amazing game, but it's so hard to pinpoint why. Like, the platforming feels tight, it feels responsive, it feels great. The challenge, for the most part, is very fair. We'll get to that in a minute, though. But regardless, I don't think Mario 3 needs any introduction as to what it is and why it's amazing. For crying out loud, this game was so amazing. They advertised it in America via a movie with Fred Savage. Need I say more? Need I say more? But anyway, I will say more. Um, Mario 3, the story of Mario 3 is, well, I can't say it's the same old, because technically, the story to Mario 3 is that Bowser's Koopalings, yes, this is the first appearance of the Koopalings, Bowser's Koopalings have stolen the 7 magic wands of neighboring kingdoms and basically taken them over. And it's up to Mario, and Luigi technically, to rescue the kings that have been transformed by the Koopalings. Yes, technically, Princess Peach does not get kidnapped in the beginning. Because of course she gets kidnapped later, because it's a Mario game. And God forbid we do something different. Except we kind of did in later games, but that topic for another day. Anyway, I like this game because it's one of the first the first game to really give Mario its modern day identity, because the original Mario and the Lost Levels looked the exact same, and let's be honest, those games are iconic. One of those games is iconic, and it's really not all much of a looker. But this game was like, ooh, 8 different worlds with vastly varying different themes. We got airships, we got Koopalings, we got Bob-ombs, we got Thwomps, Boos, Munchers, Boom Boom is here now. Not to mention the multitude of new power-ups, which I will now go over. So I think the most iconic thing to come out of this game is the thing you can see on the box art right there, the raccoon leaf. So this is a power up that allows Mario to hover, slowly falling with style. Is that the best way to describe it? Either way, that's what you can do by mashing B A. I forget the button combination, whatever. But if you run in a straight line for long enough and mash the jump button repeatedly, you can fly for a bit. And it is cool. The Raccoon Leaf would make appearances in other games. I think it's in New Super Mario 2 and 3D Land. It's in a few games, but this is one of the most iconic Mario power-ups. It has another version, the Tanuki suit, which is arguably more iconic. Kind of depends on who you ask. This is the exact same power-up, except if you push down, you turn into a statue. Like a stone Buddhist statue? I have no idea what it is, really. It looks like some sort of religious effigy, but I have no idea. And yeah, I can protect you from enemies. I think. I barely use the Tanuki leaf, or the Tanuki suit, so. Now, this one has been in I feel like, more games. also 3D Land. It's been in what is the game called? Mario Kart, I think. Don't quote me on that. I think that's correct though. I'm saying it's correct. But yeah, they're pretty much the same power up in this game, minus just a few other changes. And the two other things we got, which to my knowledge have never appeared in another game, we got the frog suit, which is partially terrible and also amazing. The frog suit's abilities on land are garbage. It just lets you awkwardly slow hop around, but in the water, is where it shines. It allows you to quickly just swim around the water, and for Worlds 3 and 7, that is really freaking helpful. And the third and the fourth and final one, I think the fourth and final one. There may have been a fifth one I forgot, but at least the fourth one, the Hammer Brother suit, or the Hammer suit, which I found one time in my playthrough. I wish maybe this did come back in another game that I'm forgetting, but I wish this would come back. It turns you into a pseudo Hammer Brother. You put on a weird little suit and you can throw hammers. And depending on if you are standing still or running, the arc and trajectory is different, and it's really freaking cool. And I wish they would have put it in another game. And I'm sure they did, but I don't know. And they're actually, okay, it's not a power-up technically. There's the P-Wing, which is basically the flying ability of the Raccoon and Tanuki suit, but you get it off rip, no running, and it's infinite until the level is over or you possibly land. But yeah, it is a godsend for like World 8, which we should probably move on to that issue. I say issue. It's not really an issue. It was more of an issue for me. If I had to list a con about this game, Mario Maker, you know Mario Maker? How we've got some crazy, insane levels in that? Yeah, I know why. Because people grew up with stuff like this. Mario 3 is pretty fair for the most part, but it's got some levels that just make you want to grab whatever you're playing this on and just yeet it into the sun. 3 levels, kind of 2, and a world that stuck out to me as so infuriatingly hard. The last tower in World 6, which is entirely made of ice and covered in thwomps, is the worst. Thwomps and spinning fireballs, it is the worst. World 7's final tower, which is a platforming challenge on pipes, with almost every pipe having a piranha plant in it. And a majority of those piranha plants being the fire-breathing variety. I don't know who made that, but you are a certified arsehole. And then World 8, which is basically just hope you like cannonballs and bob-ombs. And also the infamous World 8 airship, which is one of the most insanely fast auto-scrolling levels I have ever played, and no shame, I used a P-Wing for that level. That level is unfathomably hard for like Mario standards. Like, yeah, it's not impossible, but I suck at Mario. I'm bad at Mario. So, yeah. 2 players. We'll move on to that topic. You can play this with a friend. Not like the new Super Mario Brothers games where it's you're both on the screen at the same time. It's trade-off as it was back in the day. So one person plays a level, another person plays a level, so on and so forth. But the cool thing is, okay, I say cool. It's kind of cool depending on who. It's cool depending on who you ask. Wherever the second player is, you can challenge them to a duel, and you duel them for items and stuff in a Mario Brothers OG, like the arcade game style, death battle, to where you will try to hit each other to get items and cards and other stuff. I can't really speak too much on it. I had to Google what this was because I played this by myself, because of course I did. But yeah, it looks fun and annoying and infuriating at the same time. Something that I do think is fascinating about this game is that I don't remember where this was confirmed or what year this was confirmed, but Shigeru Miyamoto did. So there was a long believed idea that this game was a stage play or themed around that, because the title screen, the curtain lifts up, uh you go off stage into the black area to finish a level, so on and so forth. And Miyamoto did confirm that, I don't remember if he confirmed that it is a play, but bare minimum he confirmed that it is, like, that was the main inspiration for it. So yeah, that was confirmed. One other thing that I do really like about this game is it's got one of my favorite Bowser fights in Mario. Not my favorite overall, but a very underrated one. I don't know. I've always liked Bowser's fight in Mario 3. I'll say this though, Bowser's Castle is really, 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 really hard. At least I thought it was. But yeah, the Bowser fight is really fun. Castle's annoyingly hard, but the fight is good. Last few thoughts I'll give on this game is I think the soundtrack for this game is also just unbelievably amazing. I mean, it's that classic Mario music that we all know in its original form. Just god tier soundtrack, as expected. I assume Koji Kondo did it, which no freaking duh. It's amazing if he did, but regardless, whoever made it did an amazing job. There's so many genuinely iconic themes that come from this game. It's amazing. So, bottom line, overall, what would I give this game uh as a rating? A lot of people would probably give this game a 10. I won't, but I will give it a 9. I think genuinely, if you are looking to play good a good platformer, a good Mario game, a good NES game, you cannot go wrong with this game. It is the best NES game, hands down. It is one of the greatest platformers of all time. It is like top, at the bare minimum, it is top 5 Mario games. It is phenomenal. There is some BS difficulty in this game that does prevent it from being a 10, but it's a solid 9. If you have not played this game, get on it. You don't even have to play it on the NES. They have a GBA version that has some differences, has some notable differences. I might cover that one in a separate review, but that one is interesting. But yeah, 9 out of 10, genuinely, iconically amazing platformer. And yeah, that's about all I have to say. Have a good day.